second part of Green Shirt Guy's trilogy, his Jon Favreau trilogy. This movie is two aspiring boxers, lifelong friends, get involved in a money laundering scheme through a low-level organized crime group. It's directed by Jon Favreau, written by Jon Favreau, starring Jon Favreau, and also Vince Vaughn and Joe Goose. Green Shirt Guy, I'll let you take the lead.
So that again, that description of the film is not always super accurate. The two aspiring boxers, I don't think is really accurate, but that's fine. I haven't seen this movie forever. There's some things that I remember that I still laughed at. There's some things that I've completely forgot about, and I'm sure we'll talk about them. I was like, oh, that probably didn't age very well. And there's some things like, whoa, that, knowing what we know now. But what I watched, I own this on DVD. So I watched some of the special features. This movie was just kind of Vince Vaughn and Favreau getting together and going, hey, we haven't done a movie together since Swingers. It was fun to work together. And was not really solicited to the production company or whatever you want to call it. More or less, they were like, hey, we want to do something. And they're like, look, if you can make a movie for $5 million or less, we'll let you do it. And it was completely hands off. And this is the movie that they came up with.
And it's Jon Favreau's first film, right?
No, it's just because he did Swinger. He wrote and directed Swingers as well. This was his second that he directed. And Swingers was what, 2000 or 96 maybe. I maintain, maybe we'll talk about this next week too. Jon Favreau's.
Well, wait. Did he actually direct Swingers, or was it Doug Liman?
Oh, maybe he didn't direct. He wrote it though.
Right. This is his first time directing.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
That's big. Vince Vaughn, annoying as heck, bro.
And some of that was ad-lib. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what is like? It has to be a movie because you would not even continue on with a guy like that. Like,
so I thought about that. I've been thinking about that for the last, 12 hours because I watched it last night. And he clearly causes many problems throughout this movie. However, it's obvious that the two, especially when you get to the end, that the two of them have known each other for years. And Vince Vaughn must have done something for him in the past so that he feels indebted to him because they've been buddies for forever.
Right.
A couple of times he's like, would you shut the fuck up? And he's like,
I wish they would have showed that.
They
never showed that though.
What do you mean?
The thing he did.
He was indebted to him.
They don't show it, but he talks about it through the whole movie. And
what was it exactly?
He was a problem years ago because when you see him with the football coach doesn't say anything to him. Says something to Favreau, doesn't say anything to Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, he said he told Favreau like, hey, something to the effect of, I've always believed in you.
You're always a good worker or something.
Yeah, you always a good. You always good or something like that.
And then Vaughn says, "What about me, coach?" And he just turns and walks away.
Walked away, as he should. The whole airplane scene, the level of festivity that I had throughout that whole scene, as a person that works in customer service, baby, I would have thrown him off the plane.
Every time you heard it ding, you're like, no, you didn't hear it again.
Oh, I cussed. And said some very bad words.
Because she came back and told him off.
She what?
She came back and told him off.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like
after
he
the
got
fourth
away
or
with
fifth time. And the thing is, after she told him off and walked away, he hit it again.
You weren't bothered by the way he acted with Sam Rockwell?
I was more bothered with that because I work in customer service.
Sam Rockwell was the guy that worked at the hotel.
I know, but
I was more mad when he said the Red Dragon.
Well, yes.
And I was like, yo, who is this dude? Like, it'd have been done right there. Like, what are you kidding me right now? Like, what are you saying right now?
I just the interplay between the two of them, it just through the whole movie makes me laugh because you look at Jon Favreau and he's trying to do the right thing in just about every single scene, and Vaughn thinks he's doing the right thing because he wants to be showy, and he's like, and Favreau's like, if we just do it this way, everyone's going to be fine. Why do you have to make a big deal? Like even when they're at the Color Me Mine. And he's being a jerk to that chick too, and they're having the conversation about what they're going to go do in front of the little girl, and he's trying to like be cryptic, and then I just love when he goes, "Ashte, your ace pick." I laugh so hard at that.
Listen, also the fact that when he was talking to the actor Peter Falk, aka Columbo,
yes,
the way John was just sitting there, he just getting all the information, he just chilling like, yep, okay, yeah. Vince Vaughn was going way off, asking the most outlandish questions.
Craziness.
How about
and I'm sitting there like, bruh, shut up.
And you're only here because Favreau's here.
Yeah.
And he's been covering for him forever. He lost the van. Which he find out that he sold it. He sold it. You know what I mean? But then when
I did love that where
the great scene was at the end when they're going to make the final drop, and he comes out and he has the gun,
the cap gun,
and I was like,
the starter pistol.
But then when I saw the red thing, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my god!
Remember, he wouldn't give him the money to go get one.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was one of those starter pistols they use for races.
Yeah, for track and field.
Yeah.
How about the part when they're first going to meet Diddy? Diddy's in this
the
movie.
Diddler.
Let's not bury the lead there. Diddy's in this movie, and he's their contact. So they're from LA. He's their contact in New York. But when the biker guys show up and Vince Vaughn has to ride with the shirtless guy. And it's the only shirtless guy.
Listen.
Clifford, you're a little quiet over there. Did you watch this movie or no?
I did, but I've been half asleep. It was fine. I was excited for Diddy to be in the movie. I was like, oh, good, some controversy.
For real. I completely forgot he's in this movie.
Yeah,
and you
would have told me.
Ooh, is that kind of stuff you were probably doing way back when anyway?
Hey, what year was this? 2000. Hey,
2001. Faison Love is also in this,
right?
Man, I guess I'm in some type of mood today. His hairline pissed me the hell off.
Who's?
It could.
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Faison Love.
Yeah. With the way and then it's
way back here. And his character pissed me off.
But he confused me because he was out in LA with them.
Yeah.
But then when they showed up in New York, now he's on the bike with them over there. That confused me a little bit.
But he wasn't out in LA, but he might have just been out in LA because he worked with the girls at one point. So that's the only reason that him and Favreau knew each other, because of it wasn't like they worked together. They just happened to, he handles these girls and I handle my girlfriend. So they know each other in passing, I think, more than anything else.
And she pissed me off at the end too, but that's neither here nor there.
That scene broke me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Yeah, he did all that for nothing.
Yeah. How about after he leaves and the conversation with Vince Vaughn and Peter Falk, where he's like, "Oh, what'd you say to him? Wait a couple days. Tell you what, I'll take the money." He's like, "Don't touch that.
Take your hands off the money." He didn't even know what a per diem was.
So Steve, I looked up the haircut for Faison Love, and Jon Favreau felt it was going to make him look more intimidating.
Is that right?
Oh Lord. Way off.
And then we got what we got.
And so also at the beginning, where his girlfriend was dancing on that guy, I would have slugged him too.
Oh, 100%. Well, but he was trying to like work with her, and then he's like, you remember he kept looking over like, now.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm fine.
he's like, okay. And then when old dude grabbed her head and put it on his crotch and try to hold it there.
Wasn't that the guy? Is the same guy at the end of the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Who was played by?
I know. I meant to look it up.
Jonathan Silverman.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of his name.
Remember, he used to like just be around, and now he's not.
Yeah.
He was one of those 80s guys.
He made it into the 2000s, and then he just fizzled.
Did you notice that Faison Love is? I mean, obviously we noticed it, but he's using the nasal spray the whole movie. Did you kind of figure out why that was? I figured it out this time. Because remember when they're in the club, and Diddy's talking with Red Dragon, and he says something along the lines, they're having the discussion about what they're going to do. He's like, don't fucking say anything. And then he says, I don't get involved in coke anymore because I had went away for a little while and he took care of me. So my feeling is he's still trying to fight off wanting to do coke.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. It was a funny movie.
Every time you think Vince Vaughn can't go too far, he does.
Yes.
And how many times
he just kept getting more annoying.
How many times did they fight each other in that movie?
Yeah. Like several times.
And what do you think he said to the chick in the hotel to make her bounce and leave?
I don't know.
He acted like it was her fault, but I feel like he might have said something stupid.
I probably so.
I think it's purposely that way that we don't know.
Yeah.
How about he had already blown through basically all of his per diem at that point too?
Yeah, and like I said, I just find it funny that Sam mentioned it. He didn't know what a per diem was.
Yes. So who do I drop this off to?
He's like, you got 1,500, I got 1,500.
And then he winks at him.
Yeah. Like he just got over on old dude. Like,
well, no, we're gonna do some fun stuff now.
Yeah. And then the driver of the limo is a guy from The Sopranos.
Yeah, Vincent. Is it Pastore?
Yeah, big pussy.
Yeah.
Jimmy the driver.
Yeah.
Who I guess was an undercover guy the whole time for the mob.
Yeah.
Because you could tell from that last shot that he was just watching them the whole time. Joseph Michael says, Vince Vaughn has always been annoying no matter what movie he is in. My mom said she would hit him with... My mom once said she would hit him with her car if she seen him in person just for being so damn annoying.
I don't feel that way. By the way, I love him so much in Freaky. So much. I love him in that movie.
Clay Pigeon.
Even my mother. My mother's like, I don't know why you're making me watch this. And then 1 hour later, she's like, you know what? I'm really enjoying his portrayal.
Have you ever seen Clay Pigeons? He's great in that too, and it's a complete departure from this style of movie.
Yes.
I didn't think it was annoying in was it Dodgeball?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he was great.
Couples Retreat. You ever seen Couples?
Yeah.
Which is another Favreau written movie.
What was that movie with him? I think I might have said it. Him and Jennifer Aniston.
The Breakup. I just watched that last week.
Yeah.
The week before it. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
All I kept thinking about was how big Diddy's head was. Like, bro,
yo. No Diddy on that comment.
No Diddy on that, man. His head was like...
I'm sure lots of people have commented on the site.
But another thing that I failed to mention that the actress that played Jessica, that's Jean Grey.
That's Jean Grey.
Yeah, Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some numbers on this. Clifford, you are up first. Bless you.
I gotta adjust my level for just not having a fabulous week. I'm gonna go 7.5.
7.5.
I was mostly engaged in the movie. I did fall asleep. It's not the movie's fault that I fell asleep. You know, it's entertaining. This is one of Vince Vaughn's more annoying AF roles, but like it just works for the film. And there are some great and even unexpected moments. And I don't know, it just tickled me pink to see young Diddy. You know, just one more glimpse of him from a less complicated time in life.
Indeed.
I mean, unless you're starting that complicated time at this point.
I mean, he probably was with that big ass
He
head.
was probably in full swing, ladies and gentlemen. C. Bizzle.
I guess I was in the mood when I was watching this film. Vince Vaughn character pissed me off to no end, to the point I was literally walking around my house.
Did he say anything?
Talking to myself, being pissed off. The fact that Diddy was in it, and I didn't know he was in it. Huh?
Are you frozen?
I'm not
frozen. Am I frozen?
No, we hear him. He's been answering.
I can't hear. I'm going to get out and come back right back in then.
Okay.
You want me to keep going?
Yep.
Okay. So I was pissed off a lot after I watched this film. Unreasonably pissed off while watching. Unreasonably pissed off while watching this film. Even while I was cooking dinner.
When he said the Puerto Rican joke, I was like, "Hey, yo, yo."
No offense to Grisha Guy for picking this movie, but I'm giving it a 4.
Huh? It's fair.
All right. I think
that might be your lowest rating at this point.
I think so.
In fact, hold on, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna give this movie a 6. I thought it was a funny movie. I give him credit. His first directing movie is not bad at all. Parts are enjoyable. I'm with C. Bizzle. Vince Vaughn, like, I guess he's made to be that character, but
it took me out the movie.
It was very annoying at times, his character.
Yeah.
But I still give it a 6.
I wonder if I find this movie relatable because I have had to deal with a horrific person in my life for so long.
Oh, probably. You did somebody like that? If you had somebody like that in your life, I mean, I think we all have. I had somebody like this. Maybe not as to the point of Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I have.
But maybe you're right. Those glimpses of past realities came back like, oh, I've been around someone like this. And I cannot stand it.
Similar to the fact that if you argue with somebody and then you kind of find out, okay, you're right, but they still argue with you even though you told them they were right, but you're not right to the point where they're satisfied.
Yeah.
So.
I agree, Sugar
Guy. Soundtrack, I think, is still great in this movie.
Yes.
I like the way it's shot, and you'll see the progression next week with our movie next week, because we directed that one as well. I think the point is Vince Vaughn's supposed to be annoying in this movie, so like he did his job for me.
Yeah.
And there's a couple parts that I was laughing hysterically at, just because you're like, really, dude, come on. The part with the daughter at the end, I got really emotional about. And I didn't think it was going to hit me the way it did, but it did. Because like I semi-forgot about it, but I knew something bad was coming because I haven't watched this movie by like 10 years.
Right.
But I still really like it. It's not my favorite of his, but I still really like it. And so we're going to see phases of Jon Favreau.
I mean, I get
in mine. So I'm going to give it a 7. I like it, but I don't know if I can click it at 7.5. So I'm going to go 7.
This movie did not make me feel good.
It gives it a 6.1 below the IMDb.
Previous to this movie, Bizzle, you gave Spider-Man 3 a 4.5.
Okay.
So now this is the lowest rated movie.
Well deserved. I should have gave Spider-Man 3 a 3.
Oof. But this gets a 6.1, a little bit under the IMDb. And that's our movie for the week. Now,
do you know why I put the hashtag 511? Green Guy?
511?
What was his boxing record?
Oh, 5-5-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
There
five,
you go.
5-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
5-5-1.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you said 511. I'm sorry.
No, 5-5-1.
No, yeah. Well, that was the thing too. Was he had to have a winning record to keep going. He was like, well, and what's funny about that too is like he clearly couldn't get a fight and got Vince Vaughn to fight him, and he still couldn't beat Vince Vaughn.
Still couldn't. All right, that's made, ladies and gentlemen. Next week we're doing